Well, hello there everybody. My name is Brenna Green and I just finished the book Happiness for Beginners. This book was a really good read. I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. This is about a girl named Helen that has just gotten over a pretty bad year for herself. She wants to pretty much just change as a person. So she signs up for this extreme hiking adventure, but she honestly doesn't really realize how dangerous it could be. But during this hiking adventure, she does things that she never knew that she could do, and she becomes like this completely different person, but not quite in the way she expected. It was a really good book. This is adult fiction and the main character is 32, I believe, but I did have trouble imagining her as a 32-year-old since she did talk like she was around 25-ish. Like when I read Broken by Megan Hart, I knew the woman was like 35, maybe 40, and I had no problem imagining that she was in her middle age, but this girl just seemed that she was so much younger. Like she wears 2 pigtails. Like I don't know any 40-year-old women that wear 2 pigtails. Like I just don't. I really liked all the characters in this book except the main character. Like I liked her, but I didn't. Mostly I didn't. I just couldn't really relate to her because she did a lot of things that I wouldn't do. Like she just made like really stupid decisions sometimes, and she just seemed needy at points. As for the plot, it was cool. I liked the whole concept of somebody changing their lives for the better. Even though it was kind of predictable, I didn't mind. And of course there is romance in this book. I wasn't rooting for the romance at all until I think the last like 50 pages of the book. I started rooting for the romance. A lot of things that you can definitely take away from this book. I really liked it. Okay, so if you don't want spoilers, I suggest you click out of this video. The spoilers start right now. Okay, so Helen. I didn't like her because I don't want to say she wasn't a good person, but she was just so mean for no reason, and she had this really like pessimistic mindset. But then I realized that the book is called Happiness for Beginners, so I was like, okay, I can see how the girl kind of turns out to be more of an optimistic person rather than a pessimistic person. But I just found her reasoning to be such a jerk to everyone just not valid. I also didn't like the fact that the friend that she made, Hugh, was stepping on logs, and she had made that mistake and she was told not to do it or she could break something in her body, and she literally was watching him step on logs and she decided not to tell him that it was dangerous. She just kept on watching him, and then he just like fell right in front of her eyes when she could have prevented him from actually hurting himself, which I thought that was like not being a good friend at all. As for Jake, which was her love interest in the story, just the fact alone that Jake is her brother's best friend is kind of off limits to me, and also the fact that she is 10 years older than him. So she's 32 and he's 22. I just think that's kind of, I mean, this is just my opinion. Age is just a number, but still I found it so weird. At the end of the book, her grandma was talking to her about how Jake really loves her as a person truly for 6 years now. I was like, okay, we can let this romance happen. Other than the fact that I had a problem with Helen in general, I really did like this book though. I know I said this already, but you could really take so much away from this book. Wendy even mentions that one way to be happier in life is to think of the good things in life and not ignore them, and actually count 3 good things that happened to you that day. Helen actually found that very difficult at first. Thank you guys so much for watching, and sorry if this video was kind of everywhere. It was my first time doing a video with spoilers in it. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.